What's going on, guys? It's Cal here from Buffalo Sports Center, and today we will be previewing the big game this Sunday, the Indianapolis Colts against the Buffalo Bills. Again, another Sunday 1 o'clock game, so we can rejoice. But after this one, I don't think they have another 1 o'clock game until late December, so get used to some of the primetime ones after this one. But again, Colts versus the Bills. ESPN has the Bills at a 65.1% chance to beat the Colts. Again, the Colts looked really rough last week in prime time. You know, they had some chances to get in the game, but man, Joe Flacco just didn't look like himself, making bad reads. And again, I get it when Joe Flacco is going to get older, right? He's going to get a little slower. Maybe he doesn't have the same arm, velocity and all that sort of stuff. But man, his decision making was, some of the worst I've ever seen it. I mean, towards the end of that game, the last couple of drives, he had several opportunities on check down routes to take them to march the Colts down the field, and he just kept throwing the ball over the middle into double coverage. So it might be time for Anthony Richardson to get back in there. I don't know. Again, at the time of this recording, it hasn't been decided yet what the Colts are going to do. As far as the Bills go, the Bills, again, they stumbled and bumbled their way to a win against the Dolphins. It wasn't pretty, but Tyler Big Baller Bass redeems himself for the terrible season he's been having, drilling a 61-yard field goal. Again, I mean, if you're a Bills fan like me, you got to be completely stressed out about the season. It was supposed to be somewhat of a rebuilding year. When I'm filming this, it's also the trade deadline, so if anything happens, by the time this video comes out, I don't know about it, so don't go to the comments with that. As of right now, the Bills have done nothing besides the Amari Cooper trade, which was a while ago. Speaking of Amari Cooper, he should be back for this week. Again, was nursing a wrist injury. The Bills in defense, their interior D-line is injured pretty well right now. Dwayne Carter and Smoot both required surgery, so potentially the Bills get something at the trade deadline in that slot. If not, Ed Oliver has to step up big time. I mean, this game's going to be a fun one, though, right? I mean, the Colts, they need a win, right? They have 4 wins right now. They're still in the playoff mix, but right now, their team just doesn't look the best. Of course, they have Jonathan Taylor at running back, right? They just got to get the pass game going. Their defense has to step up a little bit more. Again, I think this Colts team, if Anthony Richardson steps back in there and plays, to his ceiling, I think they could definitely be a playoff team. Richardson's one of those guys that reminds me a lot of Josh Allen. Makes a lot of good decisions, makes a lot of terrible decisions. And I should say young Josh Allen, because now Allen's definitely cleaned up some of those mistakes. But again, Anthony Richardson, his ceiling is super high, but his floor is also super low, right? So, you could definitely get a stinker game from him. I don't know what they'll decide to do against the Bills. The Bills have a very solid defense, a very experienced defense, and a very smart defense under Sean McDermott. So, again, maybe they do put Flacco in there one more week just to limit any of the terrible plays from happening. But man, it's going to be a fun one. Again, after this one, the Bills head to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs, so that'll be a really difficult one there. But again, it's gonna be a fun one this week. So let me know in the comment section below who you think will win this game. And now let's take a look at what our BSC panel has to say about this one.
At this almost empty set too. Allen, he's a runner. No, he's a thrower. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, and the Bills take the lead. He's both.